You know, all of that foolishness that you felt like was no big deal at one particular time has blossomed into a whole forest of big deal. Because my husband is all over the internet about having sex with his wife with cancer. It was hella disrespectful, and it doesn't protect me.
I'm happy Kim has finally confronted Maurice. I would have been happier if she left him, but we still here. It's Mary. I invite y'all to subscribe, and comment down below, y'all, because we were talking about Kimmi finally confronting Maurice about the whole comment about him forcing his wife to be during cancer. I'm happy she said something, but I feel like she only said something because we already introduced ourselves. But I feel like she only said something because everybody made a big deal out of it. Kimmi has been rolling over throughout her marriage. Not just when she got married, but even before the marriage. She has been rolling over and taking it. And I'm sorry, Maurice don't need sex. If you ain't gonna die without it, you don't need it. And if you're saying you need it, it sounds like an addiction. And in that case, you really should not be having sex. That's why I believe.
Therapy.
You need therapy.
You have to figure out what you're hungry for. That is not about like a physical thing, but what's going on with you, mentally, emotionally. What's missing?
Yeah.
How can you fulfill that? Because then, what happens when, what happens when your wife actually cannot at all, like, move or anything like that?
She actually can't. What happens she's having
if she's like, I don't know, paralyzed, or if she's like actively in the hospital?
Or what if she loses her legs?
So what do you do? Like, if she's actively in the hospital for a year, what do you do? Like, I just don't understand this way of thinking. And just the fact that you know that it's causing her pain. You know that
you're hovering over her, you're seeing the pain in her eyes,
and you're able to still come. This actually sounds like some odd thing. Now, who does that? Who is out here having sex with someone even though they are upset and
I don't want to say it smell like R. Kelly, but
so it wasn't a good look. That's for sure. It was an awful thing to say,
and then to laugh
and
about
then to stand 10 toes down about it. Like he was trying to explain himself. This man actually believed this stuff. You weren't just being a joker or a jokester. You weren't.
But you sat with your wife who had cancer and still tried to defend it. But the issue is Kimmi went out there and she also enables his behavior. That's an issue as well.
That's why she went out there to talk, to hold her hands like that. Jackson's wife, like some weird way. And there was such an uproar about it, and I didn't even think about her mother. My God, as a parent, to hear your daughter's
is going through that during cancer,
and you're like really, what the hell is going on in that house?
Well, you really just
my daughter hasn't told me, like, is this what he's doing and how long has he been doing this for?
You really just want to go and meet that brother in the alley. Really, at night. Like, for real. Like, if as a mother, I hear that, I will be having somebody stalk you.
Yeah,
and I will find you in the alley.
I wouldn't go meet him in the alley.
I'll send somebody there, but I'll be in the car watching.
We don't condone that. We don't say stuff that we will do.
A jokey joke.
Secrets.
Well, anyway, hopefully I'll never have a daughter who's going through that and then has a man broadcasted on TV.
And she rolls over and takes it. Did he actually say rolls over?
He said rolls over and fakes it for me.
Because it was just like
to have a man who was
verbiage that he used. It's just like, whoa.
Just like you just embarrass somebody.
And then even as he was apologizing or saying what he would say to her mom, he was still trying to kind of make a joke about it. Yeah. And she kind of let it go. Like, she had to have this conversation because I think everybody has been wondering, you know, like, is she okay? Like, what's going on with Kimmi?
I'm sorry, she didn't come on here on this TV show, do this whole little PR campaign. All she wants to. I will always look at that man with a side eye. And I will always hope for the day they get a divorce. Yeah. I'm sorry, I always will. After hearing that, like, obviously the Scott brothers they are some very shiesty characters.
Yeah.
But
When it comes
you can't
to
really make
women.
this right. And I'm sure she's still doing it. Even though she's here talking about sex therapy and
It's
we're in
hard
a
for-
good space.
I think for her right now, it's hard for Kimmi to try to leave him because she's
She's at
still
her
very
weakest.
vulnerable. Exactly.
Yeah.
She was just ill. And she's also making an excuse for him.
Yeah.
That, well, I was ill. He had to be there for me a lot. You know, the other thing I wonder, how did her son take it? That he said that about her, about his mom. She didn't bring that up. Maybe
Yeah.
that's too painful.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we just never really think about this. I mean, like, there are other people involved.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, when a woman comes to you, she doesn't come to you just by herself. She
Yeah.
has a whole range of family and friends that come with her.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, and so when you mess up like this, it's a big mess up. And then she has to now, like, try to speak on your behalf, speak you up.
Because she's not leaving you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't expect him to leave Maurice, you know, now. She will make excuses that, well, she was ill and Maurice was there for her, you
Yeah.
know. I mean, this is what, you know, but Maurice has always kind of ran over Kim. I remember the thing about Monster coming to, I hate that name for the child, but anyway.
Yeah, I don't know why they went with child.
I don't know if I don't think that's his real name. I think he has another name, but
But even
It's
that
like
as
a
a
nickname.
nickname, though, I think it's just a very odd nickname. I never
Yeah.
liked it.
and I wonder how he feels about that nickname now. But remember when he was really pushing her,
Yeah.
like for to pay for his ex-wife
Yeah.
and her husband to come and live where they were.
Right.
And he was going to pay for their household.
Oh, yeah, I
just so
remember
he can
that.
have access to the child. And it was like, this is going to be our household.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how their whole financial thing is, if it's a 50-50 thing. But this is our household, and you're willing to do this. And she didn't have any say, and I just remember her sitting, they had gone out on a retreat, and he had just finished talking to her, and she was sitting, and this lone tear just went down her face like this. Do you guys remember that?
And those were
It
silent
was
tears
such
that
a
were so
painful
painful.
way of crying for a woman. So
Well, she's been silent. She has been having silent tears throughout this
in this
relationship.
relationship, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he doesn't, it doesn't matter to him.
But my thing is, I feel like it's because Kimmi from the beginning has been, this is why we always say on this channel, do not get in a relationship when you are desperate. You just don't. I feel like she has been bending over backwards since the beginning. I remember when she was trying to do she was talking about how kinky their sex life was and what they were doing, all this stuff. And this man had her on a string for how many years before he even gave her a ring? Like, from the beginning, she was bending over backwards just to let this man give her a ring. So that just kind of continued, and he just expected that throughout the marriage. And this is what it comes to be. A man still requiring you to give yourself up when you are going through the worst time of your life.
Yeah.
That's why you don't get
And
married
he
when you're
couldn't
desperate.
be uncomfortable. He was not going to make himself comfortable
For you.
to make you have less pain.
And
that
who
him
knows
trying
how
to
many
make you
times a
comfortable?
day that was. Like, probably not even once a day, but maybe
Well, yeah,
multiple
because-
times a day. Because I remember when they were talking about how, oh, I needed maybe 2-3 times a day. I was like, anyway, just sad. But at least she's confronting him. But I will jump up to the high heavens and clap my 2 feet in the air the day she says that, the day it's in the gossip sites, Kimmi
Yeah.
has filed for divorce. That's the day. I will come on here and I'll do my 2 feet clapping in the air and I'll post it the day that happens. But it's Mary, y'all.
And,
Anybody you guys like,
subscribe.
comment down below.
Bye.
Bye.